Hello and welcome to Rooted in Wisdom. My name is Jenny Stasek Cates, and we're going to be talking about the solar eclipse in Libra. So, the new moon that is happening on October 2nd, and that will be in 10 degrees. So, if you're wanting to check it out in your chart and you know how to do it, go to astro.com and you're able to get your own free chart. So, all right, let's get started. New moons are about new beginnings. So this one, we just had our lunar eclipse, and it was bringing in that energy of, we're pulling in that karmic energy there at the end, of the lunar nodes. They're going through their last cycle. So we will find that, will be coming forward. But new moons in general, without a solar eclipse, are, if you look at a calendar, astrological calendar, the beginning of the astrological calendar starts spring, Aries. So if you think about that, we are just done with our hibernation through winter. The ground has been, working its way, doing its deep inner healing, and now it's ready to accept new growth. And that's exactly what this is about. So for us, it's, a new cycle that's beginning for us in this sense. And this one in particular is about balance, harmony, relationships, karmic release that is happening. So let us begin. All right, so this new moon eclipse in Libra will bring profound shifts in relationships, balance, and inner transformation. So Libra's energy of harmony is intensified by celestial alignments, urging you to release past patterns and step into your personal power. Now, if you choose not to work with these energies, that's cool. You get to decide what you want to work with and what you don't want to work with. But they will keep coming up until you're ready. Just remember, any of these energies, you're able to alchemize it the way that you want to. And I will say that throughout. And Libra does rule Venus, or Venus rules Libra and Taurus as well. So Lilith and Mercury are conjunct with the new moon. Conjunct means that they're right beside each other within 5 to 8 degrees. Most astrologers will go with just 5 degrees. A few of them, like myself, I like to go up to 8 degrees, but in this particular one, Lilith and Mercury and the new moon, and there's another one that are all 10 degrees. So this is about unleashing hidden truths. So Black Moon Lilith and Mercury will amplify this need for truth and authenticity. Black Moon Lilith wants you to step forward from step into the power of your feminine energy. She wants you to own it. She wants you to be authentic in it. There's some shadows in there, and she wants you to understand them and know that, either you're able to accept it or release it. So this aspect pushes you to speak out and address buried emotions, particularly in your relationships. So are you in particularly expressing your needs authentically? Okay, so as I mentioned just earlier, South Node and the North Node they're right now retrograding, but they are ending and going into a new cycle shortly, not quite yet, but they are ending. So this is kind of like a release of some sorts for all of us. They're in 6 degrees right now. The North Node is in Aries at 6 degrees, and then the South Node is in Libra. So, and it's at 6 degrees. So the new moon is conjunct in asking you to release old relationship patterns, while the North Node in Aries urges you to embrace self-empowerment. When they're conjunct, remember there's an integration, a weaving of some sort of energies together. So there's a lot, you will notice, there is a lot of energy that's being integrated together in this. There's a lot of alchemy happening just in the stars. This is not even you deciding to work with your own energy and alchemize it there. So What are you ready to let go of to grow in your relationships? Priapus is in opposition. So that means like there's a little bit of a tug of war. Like they want to address things and then, have you look at, what is best for you. Like, is this for your higher good? So balancing primal desires, Priapus is opposite this eclipse and then also Lilith and the South Node and Mercury and a few other ones. And this brings your primal urges to light. So you are being asked to balance your deepest desires with that fairness and harmony of Libra energy. So you need to ask yourself, are your desires rooted in connection or neediness? So Astraea, she is conjunct the new moon as well with Lilith and Mercury, and she is a call for justice. Libra is also about the justice scales as well. So balance and harmony is definitely the name of the game here, right? Finding that peace at the end of, all this energy that's coming forward. So being conjunct the new moon, Lilith and Mercury, urging fairness and balance, not only with others, but within yourself. There's a lot of inner work going on. So where can you reclaim fairness in your life? For you. Ceres, she is square the new moon. So square is giving a little bit of a poke over to the new moon, Lilith and Mercury and Astraea. So she will do nurturing through discipline. She happens to be in Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn. So he is the father, the teacher. He wants structure, discipline, organization. And so when this is happening, you're going to be highlighting the needs to balance nurturing with boundaries. And these are boundaries for you that are best for you. Like, when was the last time you said no? Do you need to say no? Do you need to maybe take that time and, go read a book or go have a bath that, normally you just have a quick shower in the morning and off you go with coffee and you're not even really thinking much else except for work and other people. So are you over giving or under giving? So how can you nurture yourself while maintaining structure in your relationships? So are you always asking others to do things for you, or are you always the one that can't say no? Like, these are things that you do need to work with to balance, to make these energies, align and work for you at the highest alignment. Kali, Lilith, and Pallas are in conjunction. So this happens to be a fierce feminine power when they're together. And the conjunction of Kali, Lilith, and Pallas Athena brings divine feminine of wisdom and transformation. So they will push you to release old restraints and then embrace your inner warrior. So ask yourself, what limiting beliefs do need to be destroyed for growth? Another thing that we have going on right now, and this is a grand trine in water. So you will see, and I do have the chart coming up, and it happens to be a triangle with another smaller triangle at the end there. And it's called a grand trine. So it's a kite otherwise too. Other people will call it that. And this is a flow. So it's a good thing. Like, there's a balance in between things. They're working together, these planets, and creating a really, because it's in water, it's creating a beautiful emotional healing type energy. So when it works with the new moon and that, with this energy, it's being activated. It allows this harmony, this flow, this peace that we're trying to create. It will help. So calling these energies do work with you. And Venus also being part of the, the Libra energy, she will definitely help us out. So she is part of this emotional healing, and she loves to be in water. Maybe not so much Scorpio, but that's okay. All right. So this supportive grand trine creates a harmonious flow of emotional energy, offering an opportunity for deep healing, transformation, and resilience. So Venus in Scorpio, There's an intense emotional depth. There's transformation in relationships. Scorpio is also about sexual energy, and then uncovering hidden truths as well. So if you have that in coming up at all, work with those energies and journal and find out where you're going with all this. Saturn in Pisces, spiritual discipline, emotional responsibility, and grounding emotional experiences in alignment. So with your higher purpose. Saturn does not really like to be with Pisces, but like I said at the beginning, you're your own alchemist. Create this beautiful integral web on how you want to create your own life. Like work with this energy and recreate it if you need to, so that it's, aligned where you need to be going. So Saturn just helps bring Pisces boundaries, and this happens to be the name of the game. So that's a great thing to be able to put up those boundaries. And they're soft. That doesn't mean that they're like hardcore and down. Saturn and Pisces will allow that soft, gradual flow instead of, putting in those stakes really deep, when you're not used to having those boundaries of either saying no, or I need to go do this for me, or, oh, I need to be pulling back and not hovering over somebody. They need to be able to do whatever it may be. You're able to release things at a more softer touch. Mars in Cancer. Mars doesn't really like to be in Cancer, as Mars is the warrior sign, planet, and he is about taking that action and drive. Cancer is ruled by the moon, so this is another one that's also being highlighted. So these are all being highlighted really deeply. So it's great that they're in a grand trine because they're helping us throughout this. It'll give you that emotional courage to take action with vulnerability, and then healing old wounds with inner strength. So the key theme of this grand trine helps us to encourage us to confront those past emotional hurts, and then deepen our connections, either within ourselves and with others, and then to take that compassionate energy and empowered action into our lives. Pisces and Cancers really have that empathetic and compassionate energy, so you're able to use that energy and go with it, and Venus will help you do it as well. So what does this all mean for you? So this eclipse is a cosmic invitation to step into that balance. Libra is about the scales of balance or justice, right? So balancing harmony, peace. You reclaim your personal power and align within your true self. It is a time for radical honesty and self-love. So to take action would be to release old relationship patterns, whether it is with your partner in life or your children or your parents or your friends or yourself. Those are the things that you need to release to be able to bring in healthy ones. You can't fill up that cup if you keep having a full cup. You have to let go of that stale energy, that energy that has just been sitting there stagnant for so long. And that's what a full moon is all about when you get there. But this new moon is about bringing in the new. So start to fill up that cup. It's about knowing what to fill up, and we are going to release those old patterns during this time. So set those healthy boundaries and then embrace your inner truth. Questions. And some of the journaling that you can do with this, and this is a great time to be able to release these, and you can either do a fire if that works for you, or have a bath, whatever ritual works for you. But what relationships or patterns no longer serve your highest good? How can you balance your needs with others? And where have you been silencing your truth? One of the things that Renee has, that has been coming up for Renee around the collective, and what people can do in this moon is go out there and listen to the wind, have the energy be brought to you. Get out there, walk in nature, sit by a river, whatever it may be, have that wind be able to speak to you, and to be able to write. Writing is also about communication, so working with air energy, right? So take that time to journal and look at these questions for yourself. So the eclipse is a powerful portal for change. Okay, so this is the chart that is going to be on October 2nd. So here is the sun and the moon in the new moon position. The south node right here in 6 degrees, still retrograding. You have Black Moon right here in 10 degrees. You have Astraea here, Mercury in 11 degrees. And then Pallas is over here looking. And then if you happen to notice the kite, it's on a sideward tilt. And Venus is up here in Scorpio, Mars in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces. And then you have the sextile to Ceres, who is squaring the new moon and all this other energy up here. So there's a lot of energy that you can work with, and this all pulls together quite nicely. So in here is the north node that you need to look at as well. That bring that energy forward and having those new beginnings. Aries, and the theme for Aries is relationship, dynamics, and personal power. So this new moon eclipse highlights your relationships, and you may be feeling the tension between asserting your independence and maintaining harmony with others. It is a great time to let go of past patterns that you keep that kept you compromising too much of yourself. So a good affirmation for you would be, I honor my independence while nurturing balanced relationships. And a prompt would be, where can I create more balance between my needs and the needs of others? Taurus, your theme is about finances and self-worth. This eclipse brings transformation in the way you view your finances and self-worth. So it is a time to release any scarcity mindset and embrace your value, both materially and emotionally. An affirmation for you would be, I am worthy of abundance in all areas of my life. And a great journal prompt would be, what old beliefs about money and self-worth am I releasing? Gemini, and remember, this is for sun, moon, rising. It's not just your sun or your moon, it's for all three. Whatever happens to resonate, it may be all three, it may be just one, but you are the one to feel into this. So the theme for you would be communication and learning. The new moon eclipse highlights communication. You're being called to speak your truth more clearly while releasing old thought patterns or fears about being misunderstood. So this is a great time to embrace new ways of learning. An affirmation would be, I speak my truth with confidence and listen with compassion. And then a journal prompt for you that would be great is, where have I been holding back my truth, and how can I communicate more authentically? And remember, if you find that these are great for you, take them for you as well. Take what resonates. Cancer, your theme is home and family, and this eclipse invites transformation within your family dynamics and your home environment. So you are being asked to release old family patterns or past wounds and create a space of balance and nurturing. An affirmation would be, I create a balanced and nurturing space in my home and heart. A great journal prompt would be, what family patterns or dynamics am I ready to let go of to create more peace? Leos, creativity and romance. So this new moon eclipse sparks creativity and invites you to reflect on how you express joy and passion. It is a time to release fears around vulnerability in romantic relationships and embraces more authenticity in your creative expression. So affirmation, I allow my creativity and love to flow freely and authentically. And a journal prompt would be, how can I express my passions more openly without the fear of judgment? Virgos, you have health and daily routines. So this eclipse brings attention to your work-life balance and self-care. It is a time to release old habits or routines that drain your energy and embrace new practices that align with your well-being. So affirmations, I release what no longer serves my health and embrace routines that nurture me. A prompt could be, what daily habits are holding me back from feeling my best? Libra, this is a good one for you. Remember, if you happen to have a moon, rising, or sun in any of these, take what resonates with you. But with the eclipse, the theme is personal identity and relationships, and you are going to be asked to step into your authentic self. Release any old relationship patterns where you've compromised your identity and embrace who you truly are without fear of judgment. And an affirmation for you is, I honor my true self in all my relationships. Journal prompt for you is, how can I show up more authentically in my relationships without fear of losing balance? Scorpios, intimacy and transformation. So this eclipse brings transformation in your intimate relationships and then brings personal boundaries that you are being called to release fears of vulnerability and trust in deeper, more authentic connections. A great affirmation for you is, I trust in the process of deep transformation and authentic connection. And journal prompt is, how can I release fears around intimacy and embrace more authentic connections? Excuse me. Sagittarius, expansion and higher learning. So this new moon eclipse invites you to broaden your horizons and let's go of limiting beliefs, whether you through travel, education, or spiritual exploration. It is a time for you to expand your worldview and embrace the new possibilities. So your affirmation would be good if you I release limiting beliefs and embrace the expansion of my mind and soul. A journal prompt is, what beliefs or limitations am I ready to release in order to expand or explore new horizons? Capricorn, career and public life. So this eclipse is calling for transformation in your career or public image. And you may feel the need to release old professional roles or outdated career paths, that it is time to step into your true calling with greater authenticity and purpose. So your affirmation is, I release what no longer aligns with my career path and embrace my true calling. And your journal prompt is, what career goals or professional identities am I ready to let go of to embrace the authentic path, or my authentic path? Aquarians, community and friendships. So this new moon eclipse brings transformation in your social circles and how you engage with your community. You're being asked to let go of connections that no longer align with your values and embrace more authentic relationships. Your affirmation could be, I attract friendships and connections that honor my authentic self. A journal prompt is, what relationships or communities no longer align with my values, and how can I embrace more aligned connections? Pisces, healing and spirituality is your theme, and this eclipse invites you to release old wounds and subconscious patterns. It's a powerful time for deep inner healing and spiritual growth. Trust the process of letting go to create spiritual or space for spiritual expansion. An affirmation is, I release what no longer serves my soul and embrace deep healing. A prompt would be, what hidden fears or wounds am I ready to release for my healing and spiritual growth? So that was quite a bit, but if you have any questions on the eclipse at all, definitely reach out to us. And just a quick, we're going to make an announcement here. We are releasing Renee's course, Reawaken to You. So it is a journey to authenticity. That's not the name of it, but it is part of it. It is a journey to authenticity. And the course is launching October 4th. So it is coming up. The link to register is in the bio. And you are going to discover your true self at this. And this course will guide you through a transformational journey of soul discovery, authenticity, deep connection to your inner purpose. And you'll learn different ways to align with your soul purpose, build a deep, authentic relationship within yourself, reclaim your authenticity and release what no longer serves you, cultivate self-awareness and spiritual growth. So that's also intuition, designed for those that are ready to connect with their soul's journey and live with purpose. So that if that's for you, definitely reach out to us or sign up in our link tree. Join us and take the first step towards a more authentic, empowered you. So I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being here. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out to us. Leave a comment in the chat if anything resonated with you. Also, there will be a link in the description for our workbook. We also have a blog. Yeah. Anyways, have a great one, and happy lunar eclipse in Libra, or solar eclipse. It is a new moon, so take care.